Namaste, my little wonder boys and wonder girls. Welcome to your favorite Yellow Classes General Knowledge with Medha Ma'am. How are you all? Okay, you must be thinking that, every time Medha Ma'am welcomes us, she has a different tone. You must have realized that I always have a different tone. Sometimes I'm singing, sometimes I am shouting, sometimes I say, welcome. You know what, kids? This is what you all should have, okay? You all should try different ways of communicating, talking, smiling, dancing, waving, right? It just makes you get a feel good factor. Try it. Trust me, it's a tried and tested method, right? So the next morning when you wake up, so say, good morning, mama. And the next morning you wake up, you say, good morning, mama, right? So keep trying such things. You never know what gives you immense happiness, right? All right, kids. So now, today we are going to start our session, and trust me on this, it is going to be an amazing session. Yes, I can bet on that. I know you all love all my sessions. You love to do the polls. You love to learn whatever Medha ma'am teaches you. But today, it's really unique. I have scratched from who, where not, and what not. And kids, today we are going to talk about, okay, guess. It is something like I won't say a building, but something, yeah, well, 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 we are going to talk about, kids, the tallest statues in the world. Yay! Amazing, right? Yes, fabulous. Now, as I said, very interesting session it's going to be. But then, kids, you have to literally stick to the screens, keep your eyes and ears open. Why? Because there's going to be a lot of new things for you, new names, new places. All right, some of course will be familiar, but a lot of them will be new to you. So eyes and ears open, and let's start the session. All right, kids. Now, when you talk about statues, okay, now the point is, first of all, what is exactly a statue? And what is the need of a statue? Why are statues there? So, kids, with in olden times, okay, the kings, the rulers, in the past times. So, in fact, I would say even in the present times, the idea of making a statue, okay, building a statue was basically to commemorate some incident, some event, or some personality, right? So whenever you see a statue, it is usually to, give your honor to somebody or to some situation or to some. So for example, it's made at a particular place, okay, but then it is not defined for a particular person. It means that particular place had some incident which they have commemorated. All right, so it is basically a reminder and a pride of the Ren, you can say. Okay, in fact, over a period of time, these statues gain popularity, right? They start getting more attention from the people, and they eventually turn into tourist destinations as well. All right, now, if you talk about the statues in the world, there would be thousands and lakhs of statues in the world, but then not all of them get the due attention. All right. Probably because, now the statues can be really tall as well. They're like really tall. And that is what we are going to talk in today's session. But if you're, let's, as it said, if you're commemorating an incident or a personality, it need not be like, uh, a huge one. So, if you go to probably some important office or some nice school or something, at times you do find the statue, let's say, of the person who made that building or the person who is the founder of the school, right? We do find statues like this. So It can be of any size. There's not a compulsion that it has to be very tall, it has to be very small. All right. However, in our today's session, we are talking about these tallest, some of the tallest and the most wonderful statues of the world. All right. Now, the first one, kids, that we are starting our session with is the Statue of Unity, right? Now, Statue of Unity, kids, is located in Gujarat in India. All right. Now, if you talk about the height of the statue, it is almost 597 feet. Whew. Oh my God. I'm sure in today's session, I'm going to say, oh my God, like a million times, right? So, this 597 feet does not include the base of the statue. So if you also include the base, it becomes almost 790 feet. That's actually very tall. And you want to have an idea of how tall it could be. So if you say an average human has a height of, you know, close to 5.5, 6 feet. Now just imagine. Whew, my God, this is crazy, right? Okay, now the year the Statue of Unity was completed was 2018. Okay, and this statue, kids, is dedicated to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India. All right, now something about this Statue of Unity, some interesting facts is that this is an extremely large statue, kids, and it is dedicated to honor the first home minister of the country. All right, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India, was the first home minister of the country. And trust me, this particular statue is not just any mass of metals and minerals. No, when you are there, it has amazing viewpoints. Okay, it has museum, exhibition area, memorial gardens, maintenance area, audiovisual gallery, what all and what not. All right. In fact, the if you talk about its height and the mass that the statue has, it can actually be seen anywhere within 7 kilometer radius of the statue. Can you even imagine? Yes, it is that tall. All right. So we talked about the Statue of Unity, which is dedicated to the first home minister of the country, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the Iron Man of India. And it is located, it's built in Gujarat in India. All right, kids? Okay. Now, the next one that we are going to see is the Spring Temple Buddha in China. Okay. Now, this is dedicated to Gautam Buddha. The year it was completed was 2008. All right. And if you talk about the height of the statue, it is with the base, if you include the base, it is almost 682 feet. Pretty tall, yeah? Right? Now, let us see some interesting facts about the Spring Temple Buddha. Now, kids, this grand statue of Gautam Buddha stands on a small hillock, okay? Now, that kind of also adds the height to the statue, okay? Now, if you just below that, the statue, there is a beautiful Buddhist monastery, okay? And that's a very famous tourist destination, okay? Now, talking about the constituents of the statue, it was built with 1,100 pieces of copper cast, and because of which its weight is almost like 1,000 ton of that copper that was used. Okay, now the statue actually, kids, that spring, if you see, so this comes from the name, which is Tian Rui hot spring. Okay, now this is very close to the statue. Okay, and this spring water is said to be at 60 degrees Celsius throughout the year. Okay, all right. Yes, is that okay? So this is what we were talking about, the Spring Temple Buddha. Okay, now another one that we are now talking, kids, is in Myanmar. Okay, and that is Lekun Sekya Buddha another one which is dedicated to Gautam Buddha. All right. Now, this particular statue, kids, was also completed in the year 2008. All right. And the height with the base is almost 424 feet. Okay, now it's located in Myanmar. All right, kids. Okay, now let us see some interesting facts about this statue. I mean, it's so funny that some these amazing things exist in the world and we hardly know them. Am I right? Yes. Now this particular statue of Gautam Buddha, kids, it stands on a large ground. Okay, and every element of Buddha is carved in great details in this structure. So if you can see, even the if they've designed what Gautam Buddha is wearing, just it just looks like a real outfit, right? Okay, now the interesting part about this statue is that this statue was solely built using the donation which was made by the local people, right? Yes. Also, there is a temple. Okay, now the statue has a temple and there's a special elevator that takes you to the 27th floor. Whew, wow. Okay, amazing. And also, the region which is surrounding the statue, okay, now that is filled with the garden containing 9,000 bodhi trees. Whew, why have we not studied about these things in details, right? We need to know more about such things which exist in the world, right? The world is full of amazing, amazing things, kids. We just need to keep our eyes and ears open. Yes. Okay, now, with that, we head on to the next one. Okay. Now, as I said, a lot of them will be from China. So now we have another one, which is the Guanyin of Nanshan in China. Okay. Don't worry about the names. It's fine. We will eventually get them. Okay. Now, this particular statue is dedicated to Guanyin. Okay. And the year of completion is 2005. The height is approximately 354 feet. Okay, just look at the beauty of the statue. My God, did you see the location? Ooh, mesmerizing, isn't it? Yes. Now, kids, this is the second tallest statue of the country. Okay, and it's in a scenic tropical island, if you can see the location, and it is dedicated to the goddess of mercy. Beautiful, right? Now, the statue has basically three sides. Now, one of them is facing the, I would say the inland part, okay, while the others are facing the South China Sea. All right, kids? Yes, amazing. Now, let's look at some more because, of course, we have the polls. Why? We are not without the polls today. But I know it's a little tough topic, so I will keep it very, very easy. Don't you worry. All right, kids. In fact, what I'm also planning is let's have the polls today in the end of the session. What do you think? Yes, let's have a look at all the famous statues first, their locations, where let's know about them, right? And then we will keep the polls in the end, right? Yes, okay, let's do that today. Let's keep it different. All right. Now, this one that we are talking right now, kids, is Emperors Yan and Huang statue in China. Okay. Now, this particular statue is dedicated to Emperor Yan Di and Huang Di. Okay. Now, the year of completion was 2007. Okay. And it is approximately 348 feet. They're really big statues, right? I mean, I can't even imagine. Okay, so this is also located in China. Now let's see some interesting facts about this particular statue. Okay, now kids, this is carved on the top of a mountain on the Yellow River. It's a very famous river in China, and it took almost 20 years for completing this statue. Okay, now Yan Di, okay, one of the persons to whom this is dedicated, now was one of the first emperors who ruled China. Okay, and he ruled the country almost 4,000 years ago, kids. Okay, Huang Di is a glorified hero and also a famed emperor of the country. Okay, so it's Huang Di and Yan Di to whom this particular statue is dedicated. All right, amazing. Now, heading on to the next one, we are now seeing the statue from Japan. Okay, another one which is dedicated to Gautam Buddha. Okay, now the name is Ushiku Daibutsu. Okay, Ushiku Daibutsu. Okay, it's all right. The names are new, it's fine. We will talk about them, speak them, and eventually we will know their names. All right, don't worry about it. So, Ushiku Daibutsu in Japan, all right, a statue which is dedicated to Gautam Buddha. The year of completion was 1993. Okay, and the height with the base, if you include the base, it is 390 feet. All right, kids. Now, if you talk about some interesting facts of this particular statue. Now, this statue of Buddha, kids, it stands on a lotus platform. Okay, so it has a lotus flower platform, and the main material which is used in the structure is bronze. Okay, weight almost 4,000 tons. Okay, and for centuries, kids, this particular location is considered as a sacred place for the Buddhist pilgrimage. All right, and you can actually take an elevator which is inside the statue, which will take you to the observation deck, and it will give you a panoramic view of the city. Right, kids? Yes. So we just now saw a statue from Japan, and now we have another one from Japan. But kids, before anything, just look at these mesmerizing creations. What an idea! I'm sure. I mean, the sculptors have done a wonderful job. Every single statue that I'm looking at is wonderful, fabulous, right? Okay, so we have Sendai Daikannon, which is again in Japan. All right, now it is dedicated to Neurin Cannon. Okay, the year of completion of this statue was 1991. Okay, and the height is 330 feet approximately. Okay, now talking about this particular statue, kids. Now, Neurin Cannon was one of the goddess of Japanese culture. Okay, so this statue is dedicated to her. Okay, now this is the second tallest statue of a goddess in the whole world. All right. And of course, the tallest statue of Neuron Cannon in the world. All right, kids. Yes, there again is an elevator which is there in the statue, which takes you to the top of the statue. Okay. And then if you will see closely, so the statue of the goddess is carved with a gem in the hand. Okay, and this gem is said to be wishing gem or wish fulfilling cannon. Whew, amazing, right? Okay, so the statue which is dedicated to Neurin Cannon in Japan. All right, amazing. Now, kids, the next one that we are seeing is a statue in China. Another one from China we have. All right, now this particular statue that we are seeing here, kids, is called Guishan Guanyin. All right. So, yeah, the languages and the names are a little tough, but it's okay. You just understand. All right. So, Guishan Guanyin in China is a statue which is dedicated to goddess Avalokitesvara. Okay. Avalokitesvara. But just look at the statue, kids. Whew. I really wish to see each one of them. Okay. Now, kids, this got completed in the year 2009. Okay. Now, the height of the statue is almost 325 feet. Okay. Now, this statue, kids, which we just saw, the mesmerizing one, and here you have, okay, it is dedicated to the goddess of 1,000 hands and 1,000 eyes. Whew. It is made entirely with gilded bronze. Okay. Now, this region around the statue is filled with gardens, picnic spots, strolling area, and it is one of the most creative statues which exist, right? And I'm sure we all definitely agree to it, right? Okay. And with that, now we move on to another country, which is Russia. All right. And the statue that we are talking about is Peter the Great statue. Okay. Now, Peter the Great statue, kids, a statue which is almost 322 feet tall. And the year of completion was 1997, and it is dedicated to Peter, the great establisher of Russian Navy. Yes, see, it tells us so much, right? So much of information is hidden. We just need to take it out and learn about it, okay? Just look at this mesmerizing statue, kids, right? Now, actually, this particular statue was a little controversial. Now, why? Because it was actually voted as the 10th ugliest statue of the world. But my God, who can say that, right? But this statue was built actually to celebrate the 300th anniversary of establishing the Russian Navy. All right, it weighed almost 1,000 ton with 600 ton of stainless steel, remaining copper and bronze. All right, now it is located on the confluence of Budut Vodny Canal and Moskva River in central Russia. All right. So we have this. To me, it's an amazing statue located in Russia, dedicated to Peter. All right. Okay. Now, the next one that we are seeing, of course, the very famous, which we all know, which you all have heard about, is the Statue of Liberty. All right. Now, Statue of Liberty, kids, is located in the New York City. All right, it is almost 305 feet tall. The year of completion was 1886. Okay, now an amazing part about this, kids, is it is dedicated to friendship. Okay, so it was actually given as a gift by the people of France to the people of United States, when there was centenary celebration in 1886. Isn't it amazing? Yes. So when you see this particular statue carefully, kids, so there are 7 rays on her crown. Can you see? Right? So there are 7 rays on her crown representing the 7 continents of the world. We did not know this, right? Now, the length of each ray is 9 feet and it weighs around 150 pounds. Okay. A person actually has to walk almost 354 steps from the pedestal to the head of the Statue of Liberty. All right. There is way inside the statue to reach up to its head, and UNESCO declared it as a World Heritage Site in 1984. Whew, amazing, right? Yes. So we now know a lot more about the Statue of Liberty, right, kids? Yes. All right. Now, the next one is again a very famous statue, which is the Great Buddha of Thailand. Okay. Dedicated to Gautam Buddha. The year of completion 2008. And this statue is approximately 302 feet tall, located in Thailand. All right. Now, this tallest statue of Thailand, kids, is made of concrete and painted in gold. All right. Look at how beautiful does this look, right? Now, this statue holds Gautam Buddha in his meditating pose. All right. And it is said that this statue was built to celebrate the King Bhumibol of Thailand. Right? Mesmerizing, isn't it? Okay, say yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yes, ma'am. Right? 1, 2, 3. Yes, ma'am. Awesome. All right. Now, with that, we talk about the next one, which is now this is a really amazing one. Okay. Now, this is the Motherland Calls, Russia. Okay. Dedicated to Battle of Stalingrad. Okay, year of completion was 1967. Okay, the height of this statue, kids, is almost 279 feet. Okay, it is in Russia. Now let's see some interesting facts about this particular statue. Now, kids, this statue is dedicated to the Battle of Stalingrad, which lasted for 200 days. Okay, and it has almost 200 steps inside it, leading to it. Now, if you can see, this statue, holds the grave of Marshal Vasily, okay, who killed 225 German soldiers and their allies during the battle. Okay, and if you can see, the female in the statue is, you know, is a symbol of the Russian motherland, calling out its sons and daughters to pick up the sword and fight for the nation. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, right. Such a beautiful thought, and giving power to the nation. Right? Yes. So this is an amazing Russian motherland. The statue is absolutely mesmerizing. Okay. Now the next one, when we are talking, sorry, the next point that we are talking is also the fact that kids, there are inside this particular statue lot of chambers and sculptures. Okay, and once the sunset happens, this statue is illuminated with floodlights, and it's an incredible view. Okay, also this particular statue, kids, is now celebrated in the postage stamps and coins of the country. Oh, indeed, it is an extremely important one, right? Yes, kids. Okay, now we are heading on to the next one, which is another interesting, super duper beautiful statue, which is dedicated to world peace. Just look at this beauty. All right, it is Usami Daikannon in Japan. Okay, so it's actually the year of completion is 1986. Okay, and the statue is approximately 160 feet. Okay, now when you talk about the details of this statue, it is located on the Usami Kanoji temple, which is a hill temple. All right, and it is one of the tallest sitting statues of the country. Okay, now it holds many Buddhism mandals, and it's an important religious destination in the country, kids. Now, um, whenever you are probably just passing through, you cannot just go. You have to stop to look at it the way it has been constructed. Right, kids? Yes? Okay. So we are talking about the African Renaissance Monument. All right. Now, kids, this is the one which is dedicated to the independence of the country from France. All right. The year of completion is 2010, and it is almost 160 feet tall. Okay. Now, when you talk about the specifications of this monument, kids, it is the tallest statue of Africa. Okay, and it shows a male figure, which you can see holding a female figure in one hand and raising a baby on his another. Okay, and it is made of bronze entirely. Isn't it such a beautiful concept? Yes. Okay, so the Renaissance Monument of Africa, which is the tallest statue. All right, and kids, apart from this one, this particular statue, if you see, there are, moving on, if we talk about, we can say there are numerous other statues around the world, which have exclusive history, extraordinary beauty. Just I said in the beginning, right? That we have just picked a few, but statues exist in the world in great numbers. Okay, and if you talk about these statues are actually reminders of the era, of the generations that have arise many centuries from today. So we must remember that our history, our culture, the world has actually made some amazing things like these. We need to preserve them, we need to know about them, we need to learn about them, and we have to make sure that not just us, but everybody knows about these mesmerizing amazing places in the world, right? What we know, of course, we know. I mean, everybody knows about the famous ones, but these are hidden gems, right, kids? Do you all agree with me? Yes, you do. In that case, you all have done a great job. And oh my God, what an amazing, amazing session this was, isn't it? Whew. As I said, I knew in right the beginning that we will all be mesmerized to see this wonderful statue standing tall. Look at their heights and the concept, the way they have been constructed is fabulous, right, kids? Okay, and that has bring me to an end of this session. Now what is important is the round of questions. Yes, now kids, I know lot of things were new to you. I hope you were able to understand a lot of things, but I promise to keep the questions very easy for you, okay, so that we are able to revise a lot of it. And of course, try to remember. And Medha ma'am will ask easy questions for sure. Is that okay? Yes, sure. Okay. Now, kids, tie up your seatbelts because I am now going to start with my first question. Okay. Now, I will not ask many questions, so few questions. So for that, tie up your seatbelts. Okay. The first question to you all is, the Statue of Unity is dedicated to dash. The Statue of Unity is dedicated to dash. And your options are, is it A, Jawaharlal Nehru, or is it B, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel? Okay, come on everyone. Yes, as I said, I'm going to keep it easy. Come on, kids. The Statue of Unity is dedicated to dash. Is it Jawaharlal Nehru or is it Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel? Come on, kids. Good going. Yes, timer, of course, has started. We are coming close to saying, whoo. Come on. Yes, last few seconds, everyone. The Statue of Unity is dedicated to dash. Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And let's see what is the answer. Yes. So kids, what do you think? Who is it dedicated to? Well, brilliant attempt. It is dedicated to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Very, very good. What a start. Fabulous, kids. Great going. Yes. So Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, also known as the Iron Man of India, and was also the first Home Minister of India, right? The Statue of Unity is dedicated to him, right? Amazing. Okay. Now it's time for me to ask you my next question. Are you all ready? Yes? Okay. Now I'm going to ask my question to you. That is, the Statue of Liberty has how many rays on her crown? Yes, we discussed this amazing point, right? The Statue of Liberty has how many rays on her crown? And your options are, is it A, 10, or is it B, 7? Come on, tell me this one. The Statue of Liberty has how many rays on her crown? We saw the rays, right? So how many? Is it 8, 10, or is it B, 7? Come on. Quickly mark your answer, everyone. Yes. What do you think is the answer? Yes? Good going. Last few seconds. Woo. The Statue of Liberty has how many rays on her crown? Okay, and what have you all chosen? Yes, come on, tell me. Is it 10 or is it 7? What is it? Well, it is 7. Very nice. Amazing. Good job, guys. Awesome. Seriously. Yes. You just read it once and it is in your head already. Fabulous. Okay. So there are 7 rays on her crown. Right, kids? Yes? Whew. Now, heading on to my next question, which is also related to this, right? Which is also related to this. And the question is, everybody stick to the screens, okay? What do the 7 rays on the crown of Statue of Liberty represent? Okay, what do the 7 rays on the crown of Statue of Liberty represent? Your options are, is it A, 7 continents, or is it B, 7 days? What does it represent? Come on, kids. What do the 7 rays on the crown of the Statue of Liberty represent? Do they represent 7 continents or do they represent 7 days? Half time already gone. Quickly mark your answers, everyone. It is the second last question for you all today. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Last few seconds. And yes, come on, come on, come on. What do the 7 rays on the crown of the Statue of Liberty represent? So, should we see the answer? Should we? All right, let's see, kids. What is the correct answer? So, what do we represent? 7 continents or 7 days? What? Well, you know what? You guys are fabulous. It represents the 7 continents. Awesome. Good job. Yes, kids. So the 7 rays on her crown, on the crown of the Statue of Liberty, represent the 7 continents of the world. All right. Yes, amazing, is it? And with that, we move on to the finale question of the session. Yes. So are you all ready? Yes, I want to ask this amazing question. Okay. Now, here you have to use your brains a little bit, like little focus, and I'm sure you will get the answer. The famous Motherland Calls statue is in which country? The Motherland Calls statue is in which country? Your options are, I'll give you easy options, okay? The options are, is it A, Russia, or is it B, Canada? Now think, I'm sure you should be able to mark this one. The famous statue, the Motherland Calls, is in which country? And your options are, is it A, Russia, B, Canada? Everyone, mark your answers quickly. Yes, good going. We're talking about the Motherland Calls. It is in which country? Russia or Canada? Finale question, everyone. Good going. Come on. Yes. Last few seconds and time's up. All right, time's up. Let's see. So the Motherland Calls statue, okay. Now it is in which country? So your options were Russia or Canada. What have you chosen? You know what? A lot of you, trust me, a huge number has given me the right answer. It is Russia. Brilliant, guys. Absolutely phenomenal. And today's performance of yours calls for a huge round of applause for a phenomenal performance that you all have done to this new topic. Yes, absolutely mesmerizing. With that, kids, we come to an end of this session. Right? So much information. Okay. Now, kids, it is time for me to give you my favorite YC tip for the day. Now, when I talk about the YC tip, kids, now today's YC tip is a little related to what we just studied. It's a simple line that I believe in, and that is, don't stop yourself from knowing more. Okay, if you apply on this funda, you will always have so many things going in your brain. Now when I say don't stop yourself from learning more, is when it's that kids, move out of the box, move beyond books, just go out, explore. Don't just hold yourself back, and don't limit yourself to knowing, okay, fine, if I know, this is fine. No, the world is full of hidden things. We just got to know, right? So many beautiful statues, and we have just seen a few of them, right? There is so much, so much, so much to explore in this beautiful, nature around us, world around us. Please do not stop yourself, right? And we are an internet friendly world. Everything is available if you want to read about it. It's just you should have the you should have the will to do it, right? So do not, do not, do not, do not stop yourself from exploring things, right? And that is your yellow class tip for the day, right? Yes. So, of course, yellow. So, in fact, we are also helping you do that, right? We are helping you, yellow class is helping you explore new things, new things, new things. So, kids, go out. The world is right there for you, right? Okay. With that, it's time for me to say bye bye. But before that, yes, please do share whatever you have learned on the Yellow Class platforms of Facebook, Instagram, right? You can visit our websites. And of course, I'm there to give you some wonderful feedbacks, because your works, I love looking at them, right? Okay. And let's now, call more and more people to join these classes, because come on, everybody should know that here in Yellow Class, we are giving lot of goody information, and all of you, all of the people, more and more people can come and have the best of it, right, kids? Yes, do share your unique referral codes when you are calling the people to join. Why to miss on the prizes? Okay, with that, kids, it's time for me to say bye bye. Take good care of yourself. Keep smiling. Stay happy. Keep dancing. And I'll come very soon in your favorite Yellow Class General Knowledge with Medha Ma'am. Bye bye.